Hey, and welcome to another episode of Video Game Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters, the video game remastered on the Nintendo Switch. And this is definitely a video game. So, it's what I mean by that, it's neither great nor terrible. It's not a must-buy or a must-avoid. It's good. It is a solidly good game. I got it on a pretty deep sale, if I remember. It cost me $7.50, and I would say at that price, you know, if you can catch it on that kind of a sale, I'd say it's definitely worth it at that point. As you can see here, it's I guess it could be classified as a third-person shooter, kind of. The graphics are solid. This is a remaster of a Nintendo Wii game, and I mean, you can kind of see that. In some respects, the graphics look really pretty good as far as I'm concerned. And then in other respects, you can tell that it was in fact a Wii game. Some of it looks a little blocky or low poly by today's standards. But, you know, all in all, not a bad looking game, not a bad sounding game, and to speak to the point of the audio, if you don't know, this actually was casted, or the voice acting was done by all of the original cast of the original Ghostbusters. Every character, if I'm not mistaken, was performed by the original actors. You know, the writing is pretty good. The voice acting obviously is going to be very good. I went through most of the game without using any sort of walkthroughs or Googling for any hints or anything like that. Though I will say towards the end of the game, I kind of started to lose my patience. I didn't want to invest overly much time figuring things out. It was, like I said, it was good, but I wasn't that invested. You know, once I got to a certain point, I was kind of ready to wrap it up. And it's not, this is a plus for me. Like, I consider this a good thing. It's not overly long of a game. Gosh, you know, I couldn't tell you exactly how much time I put into it, but I feel like it's somewhere around maybe 8 to 10 hours, maybe. What else? You can purchase upgrades. You can, you might be thinking that the weapon selection is going to be pretty boring because, you know, the Ghostbusters are known for the proton packs, and that is your primary weapon, but you do actually wind up with a total of 4 different weapons, and each one of those weapons has a primary fire and a secondary fire, so each weapon is almost like 2 weapons. Some of them are more like 3 weapons. You know, they've got different abilities. You've got your proton pack, like I mentioned, which you see here. You've got the slime blaster, which I think was in the second Ghostbusters film, and then you've got 2 other weapons that you wind up unlocking to give the game a little bit more variety. Otherwise, I think it would get a little repetitive. Let's see, the game's got good atmosphere. I feel like the setting is pretty effective. You know, you kind of feel like it's pretty immersive, I guess is what I'm trying to say. See here, you can check out where you would unlock upgrades. And I guess another thing that's worth pointing out is that it's not grindy really at all. Even though there are upgrades, you don't really have to grind for them. You can just, or at least I was able to just play through the game at a normal, natural pace. Throughout the game, you'll be occasionally it'll have you go it alone, but a lot of times you will be wandering around with NPC Ghostbusters, right? So you're the new recruit, and then there are the 4 traditional Ghostbusters. And so a lot of times you'll be accompanying them on missions. And so if you die, but one of the NPCs is still alive, he'll run over and rescue you. He'll pick you up, and you'll be returned back to life. And that can happen as long as you keep your NPC Ghostbusters alive. So like if they fall in battle, you want to prioritize running over and picking them back up and bringing them back to life, because you know, you could be next to fall, and so the more Ghostbusters that you keep alive, the more likely that one of them is going to make it over to bring you back to life before they die. And of course, if you die and no one is left to bring you back to life, that's when your game is over. So you can see from a system like that it's combat-wise, it's kind of, I don't want to say super easy, but it gives you a lot of opportunities to pull through and make it through those combat sections. That's not to say that I never had to redo a combat section, but you know, definitely makes it a lot more manageable, especially for someone like me who doesn't really play third-person shooters. And so to that point, I want to say that it is really good, I suppose, in the sense that I am not even a fan of this style of game at all, and I thought it was pretty good. Oh, another thing that I want to mention, that again, I'm probably the odd man out here, but I look at it as a bonus, which is that it's a single-player game. It's designed as a single-player game. It is in no way multiplayer, not locally, not online, and I actually like that. I strongly prefer that, and I feel like I guess I enjoy that because the game is what it is, and you don't feel like you're missing a part of the experience by not having a subscription to the online service and not like participating in some online multiplayer part of the game. You don't feel like the game was designed. You feel like you're playing the game as it was intended to be played, which is as a single player experience, which is what I prefer. And so if you prefer that as well, then you know, obviously this could be a good thing for you. But if you're looking for that multiplayer experience, you are going to want to keep looking, obviously. So that's it, man. I think I'm just going to let the let the video play out. There's not too much left of it. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.